Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another perfume review video. My name is Naz. This is my channel, the King of Hidden Gems. I try to bring to your attention fragrances are usually very good value for money. They smell good. They're usually on the radar. Not many people talk about them. I think at least you should do your research, try them for yourself and see if they're any good to you. So in this video I have a review slash introduction of second iconic fragrances from Lalique, and this one is Encre Noire Sport. So this is Lalique Encre Noire Sport. This is 100 ml Eau de Toilette. In United Kingdom you can find it under £30, and for that price this is a bargain. The juice itself is a very funny color. It's like a neon green. It's like radioactive inside there. It's amazing. All right, so the bottle is cube and is quite mysterious. The quality of bottle is always, and the cap is always good with Lalique. You know, the attention to detail is always there. Lalique main business, how they started is sculpture, is glass, is crystal and things like that. So they know how they do bottle. So in terms of bottle and presentation is excellent. In terms of this came out in 2013. The original Encre Noire, which I have here, came out in 2006, and the perfumer for both of these beauties are the master perfumer, the most famous perfumer on earth right now, and that is Natalie Lawson. And she has done an amazing job in both of this. Obviously this is much darker, and in the sport version what she tried to basically freshen it up. She tried to lighten it up, and she succeeded very well here. So if Encre Noire the original is too dark for you, is too much for you, this is probably much better in terms of wearability, in terms of accessibility, and also in terms of age. I would say I still think this one is 25 and up to be in the safe side, because although it's freshened up, is much lighter and is brighter, but still got the DNA of Encre Noire in here, which is that gothic darkness still retained in here, but is not as much as the Lalique Encre Noire the original. So let me read you the ingredients and we take it from there. So on top we have grapefruit, bergamot and nutmeg. In the mid we have cypress, water notes and lavender. In the base we have Haitian vetiver, bourbon vetiver and cashmere wood and musk. Everything in here I get very distinctly. It's one of those perfumes that you can easily pick up notes. It's so well done, and it opens up very fresh, and that grapefruit and the bergamot together giving it that brightness in the beginning. But the brightness here is not a typical brightness. It's not a typical freshness. Okay, so when I say fresh and bright, don't think like something like say for example Bleu de Chanel. No, this is completely different. So when you smell those citruses, you smell some freshness, but you immediately realize that something very deep and dense is behind them, and something is basically pulling them down, and something is behind them that is much bigger. So this is how it starts up citrusy, fresh, but not a typical fresh. You can smell still some darkness in here, but it's done to perfection. This is a gorgeous fragrance. When I say gorgeous, okay, for my age, for my experience, for my you know, I'm a middle-aged man, and I've been collecting fragrances for a long time, so always bear that in mind. For me this is a 10 out of 10 perfume. Both of these beauties I give 10 out of 10. For this one I have a complete review of it. If you are interested, you can go and basically watch the review of it. But today we're talking about this beauty, which is Encre Noire Sport. The name sport is, I don't like. I would have preferred to be called something like Encre Noire Fresh or Encre Noire Light or Encre Noire Aquatic, something like that, Aqua, something like that, because the sport doesn't really do it justice. To me, at least, when I hear the name sports, I always think of something that is very easygoing, is just, no brainer, and you don't have to think about it. This one is not that at all. Although, as I said, it's much fresher than the Encre Noire original, but it is still a very deep and dense fragrance. Okay, so the sport name, for my taste, in my opinion, is not the right name for it. Anyway, so after those citruses, the Vetiver is by far the biggest play. Okay, Vetiver, and Vetiver. So this is what you realize, you'll smell and you get. And the Vetiver in here, although it's a little bit on the dark side, but it is much fresher and is freshened up by those citruses plus those watery notes. The watery notes in here is not oceanic, is not seasidey. No, it's just a wet feel. It's very strange. When you put it on, you feel some wetness, you feel some dampness, you feel some, it's like somebody poured water over you, but you cannot pinpoint it. You cannot say, oh, I know why this one is wet or damp or something in that vein. Okay, lavender giving it a massive aromaticness, and it stays there for a very long time, especially the citruses. The citruses here stay at least for 2 to 3 hours, which is very good. Overall, in terms of performance, is not a huge performer. On my skin goes up to 6 hours, on t-shirt goes over 8 hours. So let's say 6 to 8 hours in terms of longevity. In terms of projection, an arm length of projection for around 2 hours, and then slowly will subside. But with this one, you can't go more than 2-3 sprays of it. So it's very dense and thick and very heavy. With this one, you can go up to even 10 sprays of it. Although it's quite strong still, but it's not going to hold you back. It's not going to be like a huge weight on your shoulder. With this one, it's like you are basically grounded. It's like you are haunted by the Prince of Darkness himself when you put too much of this. But with this, is not that, but still quite deep and dense. So don't get me wrong, it's not a fresh, but it is much fresher than the original. So the lavender here is beautifully done. It's a little bit on the medicinal side, but overall it's quite aromatic, it's quite airy, and that airiness come from the lavender and the watery notes. As I said, the watery notes, I don't know what they put in here. You can feel the dampness and the wateriness of it, but you don't know what it is. You cannot pinpoint it. It could be something like a bamboo, because bamboo sometimes it gives you that feel. It's like some sort of watery feel, some sort of tea feel to it. Here I get a little bit of tea note as well. Yeah, tiny bit of tea note. So it could be a bamboo in here, which is not mentioned. The cypress is giving it that, again, added greenness to this beautiful fragrance. So this fragrance overall is green. They should have called it Encre Noire green. Okay, so it's very green, it's very dense, it's very lush, it's very grassy, it's very leafy, it's very woody. And the woods, I smell cedar. It's not mentioned in here, but I smell very distinctive cedar in here, which is, again, adds to the darkness or to this smokiness of this beautiful fragrance. Overall, the base is very heavy. Okay, still, although they freshen it up, Natalie Lawson in here, she freshened it up, she lightened it up, but still very heavy. And that heavy Vetiver, it will start from almost the beginning to the end, is always there. So you need to lock your Vetiver, and the Vetiver, as I said, a little bit earthy, almost like a muddy feel to it, and it's very grassy and very green in the same time. Musk from beginning to end, you always feel the musk, but the musk in here is very clean. It's not a huge dark musk, or it's not a funky musk in any way or shape. But overall, absolutely gorgeous. The only thing is, for some people, it could be a little bit of BO, body odor smell. To me, I don't get that whatsoever. But on some skin, it's got the potential to become a little bit of like a body odor feel. Overall, it's a little bit on the andolic side, which is amazing, which is, the note breakdown doesn't suggest that at all. If you had a jasmine, I would say maybe, or it had a ylang ylang, I would say maybe there's a bit of andolic figure because of those. But there's no notes breakdown, and I can't feel that much floral in here either. So I don't know how they manage that again. Little bit of andolic feel in here. Overall, this is very, although the note breakdown doesn't suggest that, but it's quite complex fragrance. It's deep, it's dense, it's thick, it's heavy. In the same time, it's very bright, at least for the first 2 hours, and it is watery, and it's damp, and it's wet. So you feel wetness in here, which is amazing. Beautiful, beautiful, gorgeous. So overall, I highly recommend it. But as I said, you need to be at least 25 and up to be in the safe side to enjoy this beautiful fragrance, to understand it, to be able to wear it. To, if you get it and you don't understand it first, don't worry, it will grow up on you. This is what happened to me when I got it first. Again, I wasn't a big fan, but slowly I fall in love with it, and it got better and better. In terms of I understood it much better, and now I absolutely adore it. So if you get in it, don't forget, this is potential story of it. In terms of occasion, this is very versatile. You can dress it up, dress it down, formal, informal, daytime, nighttime, special occasion, casual, anything you want. It's very versatile in that term. In terms of the season, again, very very versatile. You can use it in winter, in summer, no problem. In summer, less sprays. In winter, more spray. I usually put 5 sprays of it, and that is ample enough for me to smell it all day. Especially if you go some of it on the material like t-shirt, it will last you all day. But in terms of performance, is not a huge performer, but it is a good performer. As I said, 6 to 8 hours in terms of longevity. In terms of projection, around 2 hours of projection. So it is a moderate to good in terms of performance. Ladies, I don't think so. Look, if you like this kind of fragrances, it doesn't mean anything. I say these things always in my videos, that if you like a smell, you wear it. If you don't like a smell, don't wear it. It doesn't matter who is it targeted for, because smell doesn't have gender, doesn't have sex. Like food, like drink, these things don't have gender. If you like a drink, you drink it. If you don't like a drink, you don't drink it. If you like a food, you eat it. If you don't like a food, you don't eat it. It doesn't have to be, it doesn't have to be a woman and a man, okay? Same thing with a smell. If you like a smell, you wear it. If you don't like a smell, don't wear it. As simple as that. So if you're a lady and you like this kind of fragrances, why not? I applaud you, because it's absolutely beautiful. And in terms of what else, yeah, overall, this is a beauty in a bottle. Again, Natalie Lawson done a superb job, plus Lalique themselves. They have to give the prop to Lalique to give Natalie Lawson the green light to go ahead with these beautiful perfumes. Both of these are masterpiece in my mind. Both of these are 10 out of 10 for a different reason. This is gothic, dark, Prince of Darkness, a black hole darkness, and this one is much brighter but still retains some of the DNA of this beautiful fragrance. And that is the beauty of it. If it was deviating too much, I think it would have been a bit of letdown. But because she didn't deviate too much from the original, but somehow she made it wet, watery, little bit of freshness in here, it's just mesmerizingly beautiful. Okay guys, if you have it, if you know, if you tried it, let us know your experience. That would be useful for others to read. If you like what I do, if you find it useful, informative, valuable, or entertaining, don't forget to hit those buttons. This way you help me, encourage me, motivate me to bring you fragrances like this in future that nobody else is talking about. They're amazing value for money and they smell great. If you want to purchase one of my own perfume and support me this way and get something very beautiful in return, they are out of this world. They are super artistic, ultra beast mode, 100% natural, amazing value for money, very mesmerizingly beautiful and mysterious. They are like time capsule. They take you to different places, different times, but you need to live in United Kingdom in order to purchase them. I leave the link in there as well. Thank you very much, and I'll see you later. Bye.